A difficult question about indices that can appear in an exam. We're going to work on dealing with each of these individual terms, simplifying them as much as possible before combining it all together. So I'm going to call this term number 1. So to start with, 5 and 4/9, to turn a mixed number into an improper fraction, you multiply the whole number by the denominator and then add what you get to the numerator. So 5 times 9 is 45, plus this 4 is 49. So this is 49 over 4. And then we apply the power of minus a half to that. So the minus in the power just means you do the reciprocal of whatever fraction is inside of the bracket. So you swap over the top and bottom of that fraction, and that removes the negative in the power. And then a power applied to a bracket means you apply that power to each individual term in the bracket. So that's 4 to the power of a half over 49 to the power of a half. And the power of a half just means you square root that number. Square root of 4 is 2. Square root of 49 is 7. So that first term is 2 over 7. Let's move on to term number 2. It's a little bit simpler. You just need to do that first step where you multiply the whole number by the denominator. 4 times 3 is 12. And then you add what you get to the numerator, keeping the denominator the same. And then that third term, 2 to the power minus 3. Well, once again, there's a negative in the power. To get rid of that, you do the reciprocal of 2, which is 1 over 2. And you apply the power of positive 3 now to all of that inside of the bracket. So that's 1 cubed over 2 cubed, which is just 1 over 8. Perfect. Now we can combine it into one complete question. So now we have 2 over 7 multiplied by 14 over 3, all divided by 1 over 8. To make this simpler, we're just going to focus on the numerator first, and then we're going to divide it by this number later. So multiplying is pretty simple. You just do the top times the top. 2 times 14 is 28. All over the bottom times the bottom. 7 times 3 is 21. From here, I would recommend simplifying just because it'll make it easier for later on. And you can divide both top and bottom by 7 to get you to 4 over 3. And so now we can write this whole question as 4 over 3 divided by 1 over 8. And then when you divide fractions, you're multiplying by the reciprocal of that second fraction. So you keep the first fraction the same, you change the divide sign to a multiply, and you swap over the top and bottom of the second fraction. Top times top, 4 times 8 here is 32, and then you divide by 3 times 1, bottom times bottom, which is 3. And that's your final answer. Hopefully that made sense. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching. And yeah, please like the video. I've linked my email in the description too if you have any tutoring inquiries.